It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. That's the greatest quote known to man for the modern moment. That comes to us from Jiddu Krishnamurti. And so our culture is so sick and so turned around that all of the people who are doing it right are convinced they're doing it wrong, and all of the people who are doing it wrong are convinced they're doing it right, largely because we live in a world of rewarded sociopathy. We claim to value altruism and being a good person and all of these other things, but our culture goes out of its way to punish the good ones and reward the bad ones, right? And so what we have to understand is that quote unquote dysfunction and the people struggling with mental illness are the ones that are actually engaging and feeling and dealing with life on life's terms, and not kind of falling into the safety blankets of consumption or the safety blankets of addiction or all of these things that kind of mask the reality that we live in a world that's gone crazy, right? And that to kind of seek to adjust to craziness is to become crazy yourself. And in this world, crazy is classified as normal and normal is classified as insane, basically. To not want to give all of your time away in your life to chase these mythical ducats called money and dollars and whatever, it's not crazy to reject that. It's crazy to believe that that's life and that there's only one way to live life and that everybody should, again, be forced to give all of their time away, right? Like what does the average lifespan spend working, right? Spend giving our time to something we don't want to do. And again, I mean, we live in a world where it's demanded of us, but there are other ways to live. And human evolution, especially in light of technology that's going to be doing all of the jobs of old, existence, life, how we spend our time is rapidly changing. And we have to be like brave and courageous and fight for different ways of living that see outside of this consumerist rat race. It's really alarming. I mean, one thing I know for certain in talking to so many people on my own healing journey, thousands and thousands of people, is everybody's doing much better than they think they are. And the ones who think they're doing better than they're actually doing are called narcissists, right? And so we have this narcissistic culture that's masking emptiness where there should be value and value where there's showing emptiness, right? And everything is turned around. And so again, it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to this profoundly sick society. Those of us that are having trouble adjusting are the ones that are awake, are capable of feeling, are capable of critical thought, are capable of evolution, of evolving, of transcending the prison of time we find ourselves in. We're born into this time period where we are in prisons of thought, prisons of movement, prisons of identity, all of these things kind of telling us we can only be one thing when we have the entire world at our fingertips. The universe is both outside of us and within us, and all we have to do is understand what that means.